politics. New hurdles stacking up against President Trump's pick to head the Labor Department. Those old racy Super Bowl ads are not even the half of it for Andrew Puzder. He defends his suggestive commercials to promote his Hardee's and Carl's Jr. brands. But Puzder, the man picked to run the Labor Department, faces new questions about an undocumented immigrant who worked in his home. This, as Puzder's spokesman now tells CNN, after 4 cancellations, his hearing confirmation date is finally set for next Monday, and his necessary paperwork is finally in. CNN's Jason Carroll takes a look at the other problems Puzder still faces.
The man tapped to lead the Labor Department, now under scrutiny for his own hiring practices. Andrew Puzder, the CEO of Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, says his wife employed a housekeeper for a few years, during which I was unaware that she was not legally permitted to work in the U.S. Puzder's spokesman says the housekeeper was hired about 10 years ago and fired 5 years later when he found out she was undocumented. The spokesman says Puzder paid back taxes for her within the past few months.
The fact that a nominee for Secretary of Labor would have hired somebody who wasn't documented and who arguably shouldn't have been working, again, really calls into question his understanding of basic labor law.
If Puzder is confirmed, the Labor Department would be run by a secretary with a long record of opposing government regulation, coming out against proposals for a $15 minimum wage, required overtime pay, and the Affordable Care Act. And with a slew of labor-related complaints at his company, current and former workers at Hardee's and Carl's Jr. announced last month they have filed dozens of state and federal complaints, including allegations of wage theft, manipulated overtime, sexual harassment, and unfair labor practices.
A Secretary of Labor nominee whose whole profit model was how to squeeze the lowest wage workers in America, how to get them to work off the clock.
Republican Senator Johnny Isakson would not say if he will support Puzder.
I'm not prepared to make a definitive statement until I've seen all the facts.
But the Senate Majority Leader says he's firmly behind Puzder.
I think Andy Puzder is an outstanding choice. I'm enthusiastically in support of him. We are always looking for nominees who've never made a mistake. Frequently, it's impossible to find nominees who've never made a mistake.
Former Republican Senator Jim Talent has known Puzder for 30 years and thinks he will be confirmed despite the housekeeper issue.
He is an honest and humane person. So, I think when senators look at the episode and see the details of it, they'll conclude that here was a guy who thought it was important to comply with the law.
In the past, Puzder has said a large number of his restaurant employees were in the country illegally. It used to be that we'd have people in the restaurants and somebody would announce that ICE was coming and 40% of the employees wouldn't show up. He made the statements while talking about the benefits of E-Verify, a database for businesses to check employees' citizenship. Puzder's spokesman saying the 40% figure was either a misquote or hyperbole, and that he was showing the importance of E-Verify, which he says significantly reduced the number of inadvertently hired undocumented workers.
Thank you very much.
Hiring undocumented workers derailed past cabinet nominees. George W. Bush's labor secretary pick forced to drop out, and Bill Clinton's attorney general nominee withdrew in what some dubbed Nannygate. A Republican source told CNN last month that Puzder had voiced second thoughts about his nomination because all of the criticism that he would be facing from Democrats, labor unions, and other liberal groups. Puzder pushed back against those reports, tweeting, "I am looking forward to my hearing." And Jake, once again, that hearing now scheduled for February 16th, now that he has all his paperwork in.
All right, great. Jason Carroll, thank you so much.